watching closely. Hello guys and girls, I'm Thomas Finn Jameson. On my channel you'll find reviews, pure cinema, music, comedy and more. Today I'm going to be doing film analysis on the film The Prestige from 2006, directed by Christopher Nolan. So I chose it in TJ's Film Clubs on the 8th of January 2020. It was my first film choice of the decade. My parents and I watched it on what would have been David Bowie's 73rd birthday. David Bowie plays Tesla in the movie. So it's not the reason I chose the film on that date, it just was a coincidence. I chose it because it's an immense film. So I bought a top hat for myself, one for Dad, Mum already had one, and we watched the film avec our top hats, because the film is set during the Victorian era, and a lot of top hats are worn and shown throughout. So I'll keep this film analysis loose and relaxed, refer to my notes, and keep it loosey-goosey, baby, loosey-goosey. Okay, so Richard Kelly, writer-director of Southland Tales, among other great films, claims that Christopher Nolan had a big influence on his career around 2001. The executive producer of Memento, Aaron Ryder, brought Donnie Darko into screen for Newmarket. Christopher Nolan and his wife attended the screening. They loved the film. They convinced Newmarket to buy it and release it on a wide scale. Kelly credits Nolan, therefore, as a big influence in his career. An elevator pitch for The Prestige. Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman play rival magicians. The rivalry leads to both of them becoming obsessed. Spoilers will be in this analysis. So let's kick off the analysis, shall we? Scenes and themes, themes and scenes. There's a great scene with David Bowie and Hugh Jackman. Bowie says that he's followed his obsessions for too long, saying that Jackman is also becoming obsessed. Bowie made an album close to his death and was really committed to making this album, and sort of refers his current state at the time of making the album. I'm not saying David Bowie was ever obsessed, but that scene has a somewhat eerie quality to it. I like the line from one of the scenes. I'll just cherry pick some lines and things to talk about regarding scenes and themes. So, man's reach exceeds his imagination. I love that line. It refers to the ambition and obsession of characters in the film. And Jackman shows that he's become obsessed like Bowie. Christian Bale is showing a trick he's about to do to his wife, Rebecca Hall, and he says to his wife, "This is the one they'll remember me for." Love that line, and the theme of legacy is in the movie, and characters striving to protect theirs and contribute to it. There's a scene where Christian Bale is hung, and he gives an amazing line reading for Abracadabra. It's awesome. Many great scenes, including confrontation scenes, magic tricks, emotional scenes, and more. Themes, like I touched on, are obsession, ambition, legacy, and greatness. Michael Caine gives an amazing line reading when he's talking about drowning and refers to it as agony to Hugh Jackman, which is a callback to earlier in the film. An amazing line reading there. Consistency. So the score throughout by David Julian, I think that's how you pronounce his name, it's sublime, creates an atmosphere that can be frightening but really elevates the film. So a theme that I've talked about a lot recently in videos is that great art comes from pain. This is addressed in The Prestige. You see Bale and Jackman go to great lengths, and at times they experience personal pain for their magic or art. A lot of magicians like to refer to magic as an art form. So the film is also consistently brilliant. The entire cast, are on top form. Particularly Christian Bale, who shows why, in terms of great actors, he's at the top of the list for me personally. Hugh Jackman has grown on me, I must say, recently, and gave a stellar performance. And Michael Caine, you could say, gave an interstellar performance. If you know, you know. By the end of the film, Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman are equally obsessed and embroiled in their rivalry. Style. Meta-cinematic is referred to as the style Nolan used in this movie, i.e. immersive cinema. Christian Bale referred to the style of the film as like an illusion. Magic has an interesting parallel with the film editing here, i.e. editing can traverse time, distances and direction, like some of these magic tricks that are performed. Spiritualism was very big at the time. The Industrial Revolution was going on. Magicians were like the rock stars of that era. A lot of black and white was used for the costumes, for the colour palette of the cinematography, the top hats, for example, and this colour palette really highlights the actors. Also, 360-degree shooting was used at times. Great cinematography by Wally Pfister. Impact. So, Letterboxd, they review films, and I review films on there, and I do lists on there. So, Letterboxd give The Prestige an average rating of 4.1 out of 5. Got 2 Oscar nominations for cinematography and art direction. Its budget was $40 million. Its box office was $109.7 million. And Christopher Nolan got the Best Director Empire UK Award in 2007. Potential. The British Film Institute do a greatest films list every 10 years, starting in 1952. Vertigo was the greatest film, #1 in 2012. It initially wasn't a huge success, but had a cult following, Vertigo. Now it's recognised by the majority of the 846 voting as the greatest film ever made. I chose Vertigo in TJ's film clubs last year. I think The Prestige has parallels with Vertigo, i.e. the theme of obsession and the suspense. The Prestige wasn't Nolan's biggest hit, yet I think it's his best film to date. I think it could be remembered as such, possibly featuring on BFI's top 50 list some point in the future. Verdict. So, I haven't touched on the ending of the film yet, I'm about to do that. There are many different interpretations and questions sparked by the ending of the film. Was the real Hugh Jackman the man that was killed at the end? Was Hugh Jackman in the water tank in the very last shot of the film the real Hugh Jackman? I look at it this way. The story itself is a metaphor for the filmmaking process. As films can be, in style, as Christian Bale said, like an illusion. The Prestige reveal is that the film itself is a magic trick. Hugh Jackman said about the film, it taps into faith and hope. We all want to have faith in something. The Prestige has Hitchcockian suspense, a Kubrickian attention to detail, and a script that Richard Kelly may approve of. As of the 9th of January 2020, after several viewings, I think The Prestige is the greatest film of all time. So, thank you for watching, guys and girls. Feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud for my music, Spotify for my playlists, and Letterboxd for my reviews and lists. With that I say, take it easy.